Open House Thursday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Obi Ajulu Olabisi Ubo, and with me are the ladies.
Hi.
How you doing, Miriam?
I'm doing
Excellent
good.
morning.
Good morning. I'm doing fine. Nothing much, just one day at a time. Well, my son is really struggling with his tooth. You know, I've told you he's always had tooth issues and kept him up all night. And even though I'd gone to the dentist, I really feel so sorry for him. I was like, oh, my poor baby, he couldn't sleep at all.
So have
he
you
is
given
my
him something
baby.
to ease
Yes,
the pain?
I have, but still, you know, we'll see what we need to do. Yeah.
Well, is that why you're feeling so?
Probably. I just don't like seeing my babies go through.
I know.
Yeah.
You're such a mother hen. How are you doing today, Nima?
I'm fine, just grateful. I'm feeling a bit tired.
Yeah, you should be
I almost
tired.
didn't want to come this morning.
Yeah.
The Topper has bailed out on us, and I couldn't get up. It's very unusual for me. The day starts very early.
Yeah.
Even when I'm not at work, I'm up at 5. But this morning, it was a drag. But I'm grateful. I have a mediation I'm holding later today. Hopefully it works out well. I'm hoping it just settles itself, so I just breathe in and breathe out. Get home on time to rest. I want to eat rice and beans. If
With pepper on top. That one that has
the local one. Plenty onions
together.
mixed.
Oh, the
Mommy
jollof
style.
type.
My mom, yes.
I've missed that meal.
That meal.
But I've not figured out how to make it without crayfish since I don't eat animals anymore. Some people will be alright on this table. Some people will be alright.
See, your hair is so beautiful.
Thank you so much. I didn't sleep well yesterday. One, because I had to lie down very carefully so I don't scatter the hair. There's no top me on the show today to help me pack it. So I didn't sleep well. Then also I had to do a little mannequin shoot for my hair products that are available. I couldn't use my head, but I think I'm preferring the look on the mannequin. The mannequin would do more of that going forward, because when I go to other people's pages, I see more of mannequins doing, but me, I will stress myself. I'll do photo shoot, I'll dress up, I will dance, I will talk. The hustle is too much. Now, mannequin, please wear the hair and just advertise. But hopefully I'll be resting when Mariah comes back. Please, Mariah, if you're watching the show, we are expecting you to return very soon.
And we have meet and greet.
Yes, so everyone in the UK, if you're around where she is, you can just hook up with her. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll take the newspaper reviews. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. So we're starting with the nation. Federal government, why we failed to meet 5,000 megawatt target. Electricity workers suspend strike. PDP taken over by devil, says Body George. Bawa, EFCC secured 4,430 convictions in 19 months. Lagos Blue Rail line to begin test run December. Governors hit Malami on $418 million Pari Fund club payment. 2023, Tinubu visits Obasanjo amid pomp. Huge crowd at ex-president's library complex, stadium. APC candidate scores Abiodun high. Controversy over 18 billion bush clearing cash. Wrestler to die by hanging. What stories do we have in the
Let me
nation?
take the wrestler to die because it's not in any other other paper. So there's a famous local wrestler in Adamawa State, and he has been sentenced and is to die by hanging for killing his wife. So the story is that he and his wife had been separated since 2018, and the marriage wasn't really a good one. They had constant feud. And she left, and they got separated. And then eventually she met someone, fell in love, and had been insisting on him giving her a proper divorce, divorce letter. He said on this particular day, he pushed her so hard, she fell on the floor and took a pestle and smashed her until she died. And so he's been sentenced and will be, be hanged.
Sad story.
Sad story.
Very, very horrible story. The major headline. Okay. So the governors, Nigerian Governors Forum have gone against the Attorney General of the Federation on this same $418 million Paris Club refund. They've called him a liar. They've called him self-serving. They wrote a communique where they really, really addressed his person on this issue, saying that the matter is sub judice, is presently in court, but the Attorney General insists and is giving clear and definitive dates as to the time of payment. The Attorney General at an interview had said that this payment due to the consultants will be done under this administration before the end of the tenure of the President Muhammadu Buhari. As logical and legal, his argument sounds, if a matter is in court, you leave it till the court rules on it. But he is saying it affirmatively as if, this is a payment that has to be done. He's saying that, the Governors Forum, not only did they engage these consultants, not these administrations, but then their predecessors, and they submitted to a consent judgment which they had brought forward. And that consent judgment, in all of those motions, admitted to owing. That they gave a letter of no objection by the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria that, they did all of that, attesting to the fact that they owe these consultants, and now they are saying that the money should not be paid. He says that what he's trying to do is prevent an embarrassment of the government where the assets of the federal government are attached to a judgment. That it would be embarrassing to find that the assets of the federal government is attached in any court judgment, even the financial asset, the foreign reserves of any other income deposited, associated income deposited in the central bank is attached to a judgment in favor of those consultants, and so is preceding the court to decide that this is what to be done. But I know he's a lawyer, and that he will allow the court to have the
So the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has said it did not spend 18.9 billion on bush clearing, as reported very recently, because it was in the news. And they said investigation has already started with the House of Reps being in charge of it. But they said that they spent only 2.5 billion on bush clearing and land preparation of 3,200 hectares in 8 states. So they said that this news that came out that they had spent 18.9 billion is probably because media took it out of context. That was not the meaning of what was said. And they also mentioned some of the states that they used this money. And this happened during the lockdown, COVID-19. They said 8 states, Osun, Ekiti, Edo, Cross River, Kaduna, Kwara, Plateau, and Ogun, were allocated, and then the total cost of everything was about 2.5 billion. Then they went ahead to use the remaining amount of money for construction of rural roads in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, soil sampling and mapping, farmers registration, as well as rehabilitation and the equipping of 4 national soil laboratories in Umudike, Ibadan, Kaduna, and FCT Abuja. However, when this investigation started, they called about 20 companies that were giving these contracts to appear. Only 2 of them appeared, and the 2 managers were not even able to explain their books. So they sent them back saying that they have to come send in their MDs to carry out this explanation. And it's not about the money that was given or the contract or the companies. It's about the fact that they need to provide the places they use this money. We need to vet it and be sure that they got value for the money that is used. I just hope that they will continue with the investigation so that we're sure. Let's move on quickly to the Punch. Electricity workers call off strike. Businesses count losses. 418 refund. million refund. Governor knocks Malami over commission. We've taken that. PDP crisis. Peace threatened. Wike Atiku's men disagree over Ayu. APC supporters hold carnival as Tinubu visits Obasanjo. ASU begins consultations on next move. Great grandma collapses, dies while climbing Lagos Bridge. Northern youths protest insecurity in Abuja. What stories do we have in the Punch?
Okay, let me take the human interest story quickly. So this great-grandmother, not identified in the report, was insisted on accompanying her daughter to her granddaughter's baby naming ceremony on Tuesday.
Okay.
And on their way, they had to use the pedestrian bridge. And, you know, she then, after climbing on the bridge, she collapsed with her tongue sticking out.
Oh.
And, you know, she was just, you know, motionless for a while. So a good Samaritan, someone in the medical field, tried to do CPR on her. She did not respond. And then later, some good Samaritan women like herself rushed her to the hospital along with her daughter. They confirmed later that she died. And now they're saying that she was perfectly okay until she climbed the bridge. And so the climbing of the bridge, because I don't think, my heart is with them. It's sad that she died, but the pedestrian bridge is supposed to serve a purpose. The bridge in question is the Beggar Bridge.
Okay.
And you know how that express road is. So there's no alternative to crossing that bridge. I think that her health, yes. She's a septuagenarian, so maybe between 70 to 80 years. And this could happen to anyone, really.
Rest in peace.
Amen.
So a northern group called Arewa Youth Assembly has called for the removal of the National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Monguno. During the protest in Abuja, this happened Wednesday, that was yesterday, the publicity secretary of the association was talking to journalists, and he says that the reason why they are protesting is just because of the insecurity in Nigeria. And as far as they are concerned, they don't think that the NSA is doing his job. It's either he's not giving the president the proper advice, or whatever advice he's given is just ineffective. You know, they're saying that we have unprovoked killings and abductions of Nigeria. There are farms, houses, on the trains, major highways. The kidnappers have become so emboldened because it's like nothing happens, they are getting away with it. Talking about not just the north, says in the southeast, we have people who cannot come out on Mondays because they are afraid, and that's all just part of insecurity. And we have a national security advisor, and so they're saying it's either he resigns or he be sacked, because as far as they're concerned, they do not see that he's doing his job.
Okay, so ASU begins consultations on next move. So the National Strike Organizing Committee of the Academic Staff Union of Universities are going to be meeting today, Wednesday, to decide on their next move. They say after this meeting, they will have another one with the Congress, and then they will get back to how they want to proceed with the strike. And they went ahead to advise Nigerians not to vote for any politician whose children are schooling outside the country, that we need to begin to vote for people who are patriotic, who have the interest of the country at heart, and we need to be very careful while we are casting our votes this time around. Let's take a short break. When we come back, the newspaper reviews continue. Stay with us.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's Your View. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
Thanks for staying with us. So we're moving on to the Daily Sun. IPOB alleges indiscriminate arrest of members. Governor draws blood over 418 million Pari Club refund. We've taken that story. Lagos launches final track beam for Blue Line rails. Electricity workers suspend strike after parley with federal government. Blood services. Federal government gives unregistered health facilities 30 days ultimatum. 2023, Tinubu meets Obasanjo, Peter Obi visits Femi Kuti. EFCC goes after forex manipulators, secures 210 convictions in 7 months. Buhari, IBB, Abiodun, The Sun, others mourn as veteran journalist Onabule dies. Insecurity, Lagos under partial lockdown, according to the Commissioner of Police. Shit sword in interest of PDP, Bodejo tells Atiku and Wike. What stories are we taking in the Sun?
Insecurity, Lagos under partial lockdown, says the Commissioner of Police in Lagos, Abiodun Alabi, yesterday. So this, he says, is on the based on intelligence where there's a threat of attack by unknown gunmen, and so the police will be out and other security agencies in their full force, and so that would mean more security checkpoints on our roads, and they'll do a thorough search. And it also assures us that okay, first he says, yes, we do not have enough personnel or manpower with the police, but the collaboration between community and police will go a long way. So he was also calling on traditional leaders, religious leaders, community leaders, and just everybody, just don't be afraid to give information to the police if you notice anything or see anything. And they also are assuring Nigerians that they will work, you know, be professional in their own, on their own part. And they're saying to any unknown person or criminal, intended or unintended, that they are ready for anyone if you come to this Lagos State, and they're going to make sure that they protect us. So we pray for their victory, because their victory is ours.
Yes, of course.
I mean, and I like that. In this case, we hear there's intelligence, and then we're seeing preparation for
being proactive.
We're being proactive. So
amazing.
Okay, so I wanted to take the acting DG of the National Blood Service Commission, Dr. Omale Amidu. He's issued a warning to unregistered health facilities that they should conform by registering within 30 days with the National Blood Service Commission. That, you know, such unregistered centers they'll be unable to regulate their services, and you know, blood services, blood banks, blood sales, and all of that are things that must be controlled so that people get the best of the service that, you know, is required. And he's also asked that, you know, for those of us patronizing those unregistered centers, we should insist on the seal. The National Blood Service Commission has a seal at centers that are registered with them, and if you do not see those seals, please do not buy.
Okay, so the indigenous people of Biafra alleging indiscriminate arrests of Igbo citizens across the country at different airports, Lagos and Abuja airports, said that when they come in, once they have any signia of Biafra, they are picked up, they are, you know, quizzed, they are questioned, they are not allowed to call their family members. They're not allowed to call their lawyers. And so they are just taken to different police stations across the country. And they are saying that this should stop. And also calling on the UN to say that there's a lot that is going on in the country right now. Everybody has a right, even in the constitution, to seek for a referendum. And the police does not need to keep arresting those people because they show any sign of belonging to or talking about Biafra. Let's move on to the Tribune, Nigerian Tribune. Troops dislodge more bandits. Camp rescue 6 hostages in Kaduna. Government closes schools. Students stranded. Parents jittery in Jigawa. Lagos under partial lockdown. Commissioner of Police. Electricity workers suspend strike. Tinubu in closed-door meeting with Obasanjo. Appeal court orders retrial of Kano singer sentenced to death for blasphemy. Akeredolu offers 50,000 naira to Ondo residents who volunteer information on criminals. What do we have in the...
Okay, let me quickly take the blasphemy story. So the appeal court has upheld the decision of the High Court, dismissing the death sentence on a Kano musician, Yahya Sharif Aminu, and also referring the matter back to the courts where it was originally held. I think it was the area court, or I think the Supreme Council for Sharia. Sorry, this is so embarrassing for a lawyer. So I'm trying to find the court of first instance, but I can't get it within the story. But the musician, through his lawyer, had appealed a judgment, sentencing him to death for blasphemy, and the High Court dismissed that death sentence and said the matter should be retried. And now he went ahead to the High Appeal Court, and the Appeal Court, we upheld that stand of the High Court. So right now, they've sent the matter back to the Court of First Instance for a retrial. I'm just trying to find out which courts are now in the system in the north. Again, it's not
a Sharia court? Or?
I'm sure it's an area court. I'm just trying to find out what exactly it's called recently.
Okay.
So troops dislodge bandits Kaduna camp and rescue 6 hostages. So they say the government is warmly commending the troops, police personnel, intelligence operatives, vigilante, and other security forces for what they have termed another successful round of operation in Kaduna State. They say that the Operation Forest Sanity have dislodged bandits camp and in the process rescued 6 hostages that had been held in Chikun local government area of the state. They said that this is in continuation of what they had been doing over the weekend and clearing of the bandits and terrorist camps around the state. I'm happy that they're doing that. I hope this also means that we're able to arrest some of these bandits and kidnappers, or were these bandits and kidnappers camps empty by the time they got there? I would just like to have more information. But thankfully, 6 people have been rescued, and that is always good news when we're able to rescue.
Okay, so the court is the Upper Sharia Court of
You found it. I found it. All right, so Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State has promised to give 50,000 naira reward to anyone who shares information with security agencies that lead to the arrest of kidnappers, criminals in the state. So according to the governor, he's trying to encourage a lot of people to be proactive. When you see something, you say something, you make sure that you report. And there's a number that was given. So it's going to be 0800 555 5555. You can just call as an individual. Okay, 080 055 555 55. Yeah, so after 08010 and then the remaining are just 5s. So he's trying to encourage people to speak out. Everybody needs to work together in fighting these bandits and kidnappers and criminals that are all around the state. And he also promised that the people who make these reports will be protected. So they should not be afraid that the bandits will get to them after reporting. So let's move on now to the Vanguard. Blackout as workers shut down national grid. I'm sure we'll take this here now. Tinubu mom after closed-door meeting with Obasanjo. Buhari, IBB, Ogun Governor mourns as Chief Duro Onabule dies at 83. Will conduct local government polls without PDP. USEC chairman. PDP crisis. Pressure mounts on IU to step aside as old video surfaces. Insecurity, expose kidnappers, other criminals and get a reward. Blasphemy, appeal court orders retrial of Kano singer sentenced to death. What story do we have? Okay, go ahead.
So in what I call a power flexing, the National Union of Electricity Employees shut down yesterday the national grid, and we were all in darkness. I've not gotten light this morning. What they said triggered this was the directive of the TCN board that all principal managers in acting capacity must undergo a promotional interview. And this was the major of it, aside the, that the emolument of the former PhD staff has not been paid since 2019. But the one that shocked me is that a directive asking them to come for an interview is enough ground to just shut down the national grid, whether or not we have light. If we like, we don't have, we should take it or leave it. But thanks to the Minister for Power, who has called them to sheath their sword while they give them a period of 2 weeks to settle all grievances.
We hope that they settle the grievances. You have one more story.
Yeah, so in Jigawa State, the governor had... So this story is that the governor sent out a message electronically ordering immediate closure of public schools in the state. And Tribune said that, all around the state, they saw that children were carrying their property out of schools. Some of them, trying to find their way, while some were just standing helplessly on the road. They asked the police commissioner, and the police commissioner said he's not aware of such a directive. No one talked to them about it. But when they talked to the Commissioner for Education, the Commissioner for Education said, yes, they are aware of that directive, and it's because of insecurity. And as we all know in Nigeria, this is what we're facing, and this was just to protect them. Someone from one of the school's parent-teachers association said they were unaware of this directive as well, that how do you take out children without properly informing their parents? And now these children are just, out of trying to find their way. So it just seemed like, yes, it was good to prepare and protect children, but it has to be done in a way that you think about their safety. You have children out there on the streets trying to find their way. It does not make sense with their property. And you open them to other types of
devices.
Yes, so
I agree.
Yeah. So Jigawa State should try and sort that out.
Okay, thank you so much, ladies. That's all we can take on the newspaper segment. When we come back, we take Union Bank's Save and Win Mali promo. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's Your View. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice.
Thanks for staying with us. To celebrate its 105th anniversary, Union Bank is back with the second edition of the Save and Win Bali promo. This initiative is aimed at rewarding new and existing customers with amazing prizes from July 2022 till the end of the year. Today, to talk to us about this exciting offer from Union Bank, we have John Obiche, Head Retail Deposits, Union Bank, on the show with us. Welcome, Mr. John.
Thank you, Liz.
How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Yes, so please help us understand what this Save and Win Bali promo is all about.
All right, thank you for having me. So, for those of us who don't know yet, Union Bank, about 105 years this year.
That's very what's a legacy?
Yeah, we've been around for a very long time.
Yes,
so to mark this fifth, we just said let's let's come back with our Save and Win Bali promo. We ran it last year and it was very successful. And we said let's bring it back at this time. And you might ask why. So given the current economic realities today, we know what happened with palliatives some years back, and we know how tough the average Nigerian, has what we've been facing. And we said, how can we give back, to the public? How can we give back to Nigerians? How can we make them happy at this particular time? So we decided to come back with the Save and Win Bali promo. It kicked off in July. It's going to run from July till December. And the plan is to reward customers, new customers, and existing customers for saving with us.
Could you just break down exactly what it means? For some people, it will be the first time of hearing the Save and Win Bali promo.
Okay, so the campaign is targeted at both new customers and existing customers. The idea is, if you have a savings account or you have a current account, grow your balance with a minimum of 10,000 naira every single month. We're going to be having draws every single month from July to December, where customers will be rewarded. So the idea is to help you save. As you save, we'll reward you for saving. Yes, exactly. So
the draw part is what as a Union Bank account holder.
Tell them
in-house first.
Sometimes we find these things unbelievable. How is this process going to be done? How are the draws going to hold? What exactly?
Okay, so the draws are very fair and clear. What we do is we use computers, so it's electronically generated numbers. We go through the system, we look at customers that have met particular criteria, and we run through a draw. We have no human intervention on this, and we also do it with the view of the regulators. So we have people like FCCPC, National Lottery, Lagos Lottery on board, and we have the draws, and we've been rewarded. So we had a draw last 2 weeks, and we rewarded 50 customers with 105,000 naira. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So everything is left to destiny. If adventure you don't have the luck to win something, you will not win.
Yeah, you can say that. But also customers that save consistently. So what we try to do is people that save in multiples of 10,000 or increase their balance in multiples of 10,000, they actually have a higher chance of getting rewarded. So
their names will appear, so you can pick.
Exactly. So if you saved just 10,000 naira, you have one slot for the draw. But if you saved 200,000, then you have 20 slots.
In one transaction.
Yeah, so once you increase your balance, so if, let's
Before
say
we start to do 10,000.
no.
I like that. There's somebody listening right now and say, okay, because of this promo, I'm going to open. Is that person eligible, or do you have to be a bit? Do you have to have stayed being a customer for a bit longer?
So once you open an account with us, and it's very easy to open an account with us, you can open it in our branches. You could walk into any Union Bank branch, but if you can't do that, also you could just download our mobile app on Google Play Store. Yeah.
Before you open an account?
Yes, you can open it. You can open it right now if you want to try it.
I know that.
Yeah, so you could go to Google Play Store, but you use an iPhone, so you could go to the App Store, you download the Union mobile app, you can open it instantly, you can fund it instantly, and you can start transacting.
That's like a proper account.
Full
so
proper
they're
account.
not sending to bring all the
documents,
back and forth. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you could put your passport on it, upload your documents, your BVN, every single thing you could do.
And you're good.
So,
you're good.
Mr. Biche, the advert, when I saw it, you know, saying me, I get steak. So, 500,000. I was like, hey, that's the price. But you know, you just mentioned that you're monthly giving out 105,000 naira. When is that mega one? How will we collect
so let me just break it down again.
Okay.
Every single month we're giving out 105,000 naira, and you might say why 105? Well, 105 years. So just
we get it
to rub it in a little bit.
That's nice.
So every month 50 customers will get 105,000. And August. At the end of August, every quarter, we're going to give out 500,000 to 5 people. Then in December, we're going to have a grand finale. Grand finale.
I need to open this account. I need to.
You might be the winner. So the faster, the better.
Yeah.
So in the grand finale, we're going to give out 5 million to one customer. We're going to also give out.
That's you, right?
I'm already there.
We're going to also give out 105,000 to 50 customers. 5 customers also will get 500,000, and also to make Nigerians very happy for Christmas. We're going to be giving out consolation prizes. The idea is for you to use it to buy a bag of rice and a bottle of oil. Yeah, so we're going to give out gift vouchers for you to buy this to 250 customers in December.
Wow, that's amazing. So any final words, any other thing you need the viewers to hear?
Okay, so I'll say if you don't have a Union Bank account, please open one. If you're a new customer, save a minimum of 10,000 naira every single month. Once you do that, we'll put you in for the draws. If you're an existing customer, just increase your balance with a minimum of 10,000. The idea is for you to maintain that balance through the month. The more multiples that you increase your balances, the higher.
So you save and not withdraw. It has to be there.
Minimum, yes. You must hold. So it could be 500, it could be 200, but it should not go below. Yeah. And the idea is for you to maintain it throughout the period. So if you don't maintain it from the beginning of the month till the end of the month, you won't be able to
disqualified.
Yeah, and we have, we're going to be on social media. So if you're not on social media, please visit us. We're on Twitter. Also, Twitter is at unionbank_ng. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, at unionbankng.com. So I'll say, go to any branch close to you. We have branches, over 250 branches. Go to any branch, walk in, open a Union Bank account. And you may ask, is it specific to any particular type of account? Yes, you must have either a current account or a savings account.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Domiciliary account?
No, so by all means, you can open a domiciliary account.
So it will now be in dollars. What I'll get.
So you won't participate in this. But we want you to bring your dollars.
Yeah, bring your money.
Yeah, you can take as much as you have.
Yeah, thank you so much, John Obiche.
Thank you for
coming on the show. So I hope that people go out there and open these accounts. Next, we discuss our hot topics. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastsplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
Thanks for staying with us. You guys know today is Thursday and we like our family gists. Everybody has been missing the family gist in the light of everything that's happening in the country. But today is Thursday and we're back. So according to Andrea Inyang, the special assistant to the Cross River State Governor, Ben Ayadi, on strategic communication, he says, until you are married, you remain officially single. Stop wearing uniforms like couple around the streets with pictures of you both all over social media, because you may actually be scaring off your real suitor. A serious man will not date you more than 1 year. If you like, here. If you like, don't here. If you like, continue. Continue telling people you have a serious relationship. That's what he said. What are your thoughts on this? And joining this conversation, we have Alexandra Amuchechukwu Asogwa, popularly known as Alex Unusual, a multi-brand influencer, a budding filmmaker, creative writer, model, and content creator. She's also the convener of the Unusual Fest, an anti-bullying advocacy festival leveraging fun activities and training children and adults. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Welcome. Thank you.
So you're going to be gisting with us today.
Yes.
And you know that you are still in the single market. Have somebody has put something?
I'm still in the single market.
Show us your fingers, let's be sure.
I know there are plenty of rings, but not these rings.
Yeah. So we're going to be asking the ladies their thoughts on what this media aid has said, that if they have not put a ring on that finger, there's no point gallivanting social media in Ashwebi, showing that you are taken by somebody who has not really taken you. What are your thoughts on it?
So first of all, good morning.
Good morning.
So I want to believe that the way we are in a relationship is the same way we should be after marriage. Because you know how people would always say, oh, now I've gotten married, you've changed. So I'm like, if you know things that you want to do when you are married, please start it from a relationship. If you're going to now say, oh, don't do these ones, wait till you're married. So that means you're saying wait till you're married for you to change, which I actually disagree with.
But the idea of wearing a shwebi with a boyfriend.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Ashwebi is in this Ashwebi is matching outfits.
Yes.
I mean, I don't see it as a problem.
Unless it's just being mischievous.
The thing is, in Nigeria, somehow we make it look like it's a crime to break up. Like it's a crime to have a relationship and break up. But everybody goes into, when we sit down, we talk about, oh, this is my ex, that's my ex, that's my ex. We all have relationships, or most people have relationships, and they break up. So you're not going to make it look like a crime because some people's own is public. When you've had like 3 breakups in this private year, and I've just had one.
Let's not be too careful to misunderstand this man.
Okay, so please tell us what the man is saying.
Married, remain officially single. So you can be dating somebody, but don't go out there. I'm engaged. Some people confuse. I'm taking off market.
No, you're not off market. Though.
Wait now. Maybe you say.
No, you're not off market.
So they use different terms. And then the person that wants to ask you, okay, let me tell you a real life story. I know Mrs. G is going to kill me for this. My auntie, back in 91, I was such a young girl. She had this relationship and she off market for everybody. 6 years down the line, they did the genotype, I think. And
it didn't work.
If I'm forgetting any fact, forgive me, I was still very young. And it didn't work out. Fast 6 months, Oga don't remarry. My auntie was still mourning the breakup itself. And so there was a guy, her present husband, who had always liked this girl. But she looks off market. And so he waited. The
guy could not come.
He waited. Thank God that guy waited 10 years old. And then he was talking to someone at an event. She's probably with kids now. And I was like, no, she's not married. And he quickly took the opportunity and then they got married.
Wow.
Imagine that she off market for everybody. Since that story, no off market.
What? When you say she looks off market?
No, she off market.
No, so people would always come to me with the whole, oh, Alex, you look like you're in a serious relationship.
But you look like you're in a serious
relationship. And I'm wondering, how?
There's a confidence you carry yourself with, like, I don't need...
You're not showing off things like somebody that wants to sell market.
And in that generation, when you're a career person, you're doing well, it's supposed to mean that you're settled. Your mind don't rest, you're off, you're not worrying about this kind of... Then she gives, not only does she give that impression, she says it. Because she was faithful to that first relationship. She didn't even know that person had an option that could happen in 6 months. And so, you're talking to somebody. Officially, if you are not off market, you are single. Don't be attaching to... And I know a friend of mine who completely was committed to a relationship. And the guy just went on and moved on. And she kept offering market for everybody. So you could, please excuse me, I'm off market. Don't off market too.
But then
let me come to Miriam.
For me, I have this belief. I always feel that you're single until you're married. And so if you're single, be single. And when you're married, you're married. I don't even believe in all this fiance. For me, it's just, yes, you're single and then you're married.
Wow.
Simple. And it's important because you cannot demand of marital privileges as a single person. You understand? You cannot be moving about. There are things that may happen as a single person. If you were to get divorced, marriage, there's probably you sit down and discuss, how some things will be settled or divided. As a single person, the person ups and leave, and you have nothing. But meanwhile, you have carried yourself in that state. So I think a lot of young girls, for me, I feel is a mistake. where you're seen with this particular person, especially now that we have social media, where your tiny business becomes the world's business. Anybody's interested. So you wear all this same shirt, and you know how I feel about that. You wear same shirt. We know you end up, different events together, and you're just known to be this person's person. Simple. It also sends a message, because some men don't need to ask you. They read the cues. And what are the cues that you're sending off? You're saying, I am not available to date anybody else. I am not available because, as far as they're concerned, if you're not available to date, that means you're married. I'm not even available to be spoken to. Hey! And some people, some of the young girls, the mistake they even make, they become unavailable to someone that is not like that with them. The person is available to date, but you have decided within yourself that I have stuck myself to this person, I am unavailable to date. Men don't make that mistake. Young men don't make that mistake. They leave their cards open. They tell you, when they sit down here and they tell you, are you in a relationship? Well, but I'm single. A girl will go, I'm not sure I'm taken. But a guy knows that, until I am married before I'm a married person. And that's just to show that you protect yourself. Because when you're dating, you don't really know everyone until, and you can never know. But in marriage, there are some things there are some commitments you make, there are some expectations in marriage. And when some of these, when the contract is broken or there's a betrayal involved, there are consequences, there are repercussions. In singlehood, you cannot demand of some things, because really we're just dating. And you are not under any cover.
So there are some suggestions. I don't know how to put it in proper English, because these things are very, very Nigerian, let me not say African. So you're dating, let's even bring it to the Yoruba people. You're dating and his family gives you certain expectations. You people are still dating. I remember that, because I am from Edo, they will remind you that, no, you never marry you. Don't be making they go their house, So they will then give you certain expectations that you think that you can then demand reciprocation for them while you guys are dating. So, for instance, his sister's baby naming, you show up and cook. No, you don't just cook. You have to show up.
Please.
When you are showing up,
people should calm down, please.
You are both showing up together. Then they give certain cook. Some people cook. Some people show up to come and do the whole work. So that's even going far. But I'm even talking about the simplest ones. You showing up with him. Then you show up in a particular fabric. When you go, you're sort of attaching, and you expect the reciprocal, actions as well from the Oga. And then suddenly things happen. Or you can't even just say, "I'm not interested in that your cousin's party. Really, we don't want to go." And you're dating me. Those kind of expectations. How does a girl say, "We are still dating. These are my limits"? Because your mother too will call you, say, do you have ons? It's all of us, we did it generations back. It's a normal thing. So you do this when you're dating him, because you people are looking to get married. But this is a relationship. Is that not, the person can just decide not to.
Is that not showing faithfulness? Because growing up, and I'm coming to you.
No, draw the line on.
No, hold on first. Growing up as a woman, you are being toasted. You start the relationship. You put a certain boundary for other people, because you are dating somebody. Whether it's leading to marriage or not is not the question here, but I am committed to this person for this time while we're dating. And so I will try and shut other people off so that I can concentrate on building this relationship. Is that not what we're supposed to be preaching?
Yes, what you're supposed to preach is, I'm dating, or I'm in an exclusive relationship, but I am not married. Because there's some people will not date a married woman now. They will not want to talk to a married woman. Why would another man come to talk to you if you're married? But if they just, you're dating, that means there's a possibility we can still have a conversation. That means when I come to talk to you, I am not breaking any rules or anything that has been put on ground.
But you may distract me.
But then if the person that you're so in love with and the relationship is so good, why am I a distraction? Why can't you just tell me off and tell me to go immediately? Why are you struggling to maintain? But when you're married,
the question is, should you be telling off the person that you call a distraction?
Maybe
if you're single, you're single.
What I want to also add, see, there's this scam, and I noticed in the southern part of Nigeria, where they'll be telling the girl that they are dating our wife is a huge
I don't even go there.
A huge scam. Because you our wife 1, our wife 2, our wife 10, our wife dark, our wife slim, anything.
So, Alex, but let me hear you.
That's our wife. I think I can remember a few days back I went for an event at Obi's house and I was trying to park. So one of the boys outside was hailing the guy. He was like, Baba, thank you for last week. I remember what you and Mama did for me. He said, thank you. I said, Mama, they make her come. Like he wanted to go and say hello to Mama. He said, hey, Mama, they, but it's not the same Mama.
Yeah.
I just picked it. I was on the road and I was like, wow.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, you can have our wife. And you know how you have maybe a guy that has 3 siblings and this girl, this is our wife to this girl. And this other girl, this is our wife. I know that there are some things that you need to do naturally just because that's how you are. Because if you go to a guy's house, whether or not we are dating or something, you would wake up and want to clean the house and all of that. No. But no, I'm saying you want the place to be neat. So if you are a neat person, yes, if you are a neat person, you are not. So I'm saying what you would naturally do, you do. But you would not now expect me to wake up in the morning and because I will not turn to wife. Some people they milk out the wife material in you to a point where you will not get into a place where you're supposed to wife material. You are exhausted. You have finished all your material. You have used
for somebody else.
You can't. But then I can remember that this man, I think he said something about anybody that dates you past 1 year.
Yes, I was going to that. But who gave him the right to give that time frame? I've seen people who dated for longer and the relationship worked. And I've seen people who didn't even date and it still worked. So who gives the time frame that if a man is with you for over a year, it's not serious?
What he should have qualified it with somebody of means. So we know some people, they are of means. And me, I'm with him on this one. Okay. The person is not looking for anything. There are no lifetime goals blocking anything. Just wants to keep you on the side for more than a year.
He may need emotional maturity.
Why he's
like saying
we
grow together.
You know, for me, you see this. You can qualify it. It cannot be generalized. That's the truth. That 1 year. But for most, as you said, it's not just means, it's also age. There are some people who say dating from when they're in primary school, secondary school, or university. So I can see in that case that you are working together to get somewhere. But even in that case, my younger brother, I'll never forget, while he was in university, this hot babe, hot, was his girlfriend. Every time I'd be looking at her, I'm like, you are dating your classmates. This one has a whole of growing up to do. And you know, I used to wonder that maybe sometimes when she's there, I used to just drop like, if I had a sister or there's that age that I would tell her, I hope you're looking ahead, you're not. And thankfully, she has sisters. It didn't work out, you know, because she started asking for the bigger goals. How far? When are we going to? When she asked him, the boy was afraid. Like, when did I leave my mother's bosom? This one is asking me of marriage. You know.
But there are guys who play this.
So there are some people who were able to sustain that relationship until they get married.
They got mature,
and you can see them. You know, some of them are engaged, and 5 years. 10 years and then they eventually get married. Good for them, but it doesn't always work out that way.
It does for everyone.
Because usually that boy, when he leaves university, he grows up, he now gets to become in his 30s and he's thinking, no, madam, not you anymore.
I want a younger, fresher.
So what happens? And also for the girl as well, she finds herself, she's now more mature and she's thinking, I cannot deal with this baby. It's one thing, you know, I also.
Let's take a short break.
Like that long.
When we come back, we take phone calls and messages. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's Your View. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still on this conversation on how you show or refuse to show your partner if you're not married. And you can join the conversation and call us on 081-270-53687 or 091-390-76948. There's also something in connection to this topic that people are becoming weary of those young men or women who don't project their partner because they may be dating another person's partner. So we see like celebrations like Valentine and all that, and some people are afraid to post their boyfriend because your boyfriend might be somebody's sugar daddy or zaddy or something,
or you're someone's girl.
And yes, and now you're saying that if you are showing too much, it's just more like a waste of time. Is that not a way of excusing people doing things secretly without anybody knowing? So I can be on this table now and I'm dating your boyfriend because I don't show who I'm dating. You guys don't know that is one of your own that I am dating.
No, but that's ID card showing.
I know I saw one post online that somebody said, everybody, please post your boyfriend. Let us know how we're sharing.
Yes.
Let us know who is who.
Yes.
Let me know if your boyfriend is my boyfriend.
Yes.
That. People actually use that, I want to live a private life as an excuse. And then next thing you're in a mess because nobody even knows what is going on. I know that I used to be somebody that would be, PDA. I like to be very... But then these days, I've actually learned to just keep
Coditable?
some things to myself. Not because of wahala, it's just peaceful. Most of the time when it's not really out there. But that does not mean, I feel like if I ever...
That does not mean that there is somebody something
like,
you're carrying.
If I ever go into a relationship, people would actually know.
Okay.
Because I can be very expressive. So you would notice in my tone, my typing, the things that I type, the things that
The
I
place
say.
of love.
Yes, you would notice that there's been a change. So...
But let me take this call if I come to Nima. So we have Moyo from Ojo. Good morning, Moyo.
Oh,
sorry, we lost that.
So Alex made me laugh. I also saw a post online on someone saying if a girl comes over to sleep at your place and in the morning she's sleeping till maybe 12, she now wake up like her grandmothers would do, sweep the compound, wash the dishes. She's not a good, if I wrong,
wife material.
And I'm wondering, you were the concrete for your house.
Why you not wake up?
As in, did she come for maid duties? You know, some things that, are people around us, especially guys, gist about, take with levity. And girls buy foolishly into that mentality that you don't have something to prove. A major problem. And we joke about them online. Did you know that when that person posted that thing, some guys commented and thought it made sense? And you would think this ones, maybe they don't have sisters. If I've ever found my brother saying that to a girl, there'll be a problem. Because my brother is married and I didn't meet his wife until she was married.
Let me quickly take this call. I'll come back to you. Ola from London. Good morning, Ola.
Hello, good morning, Jess.
Good morning. We're doing amazing, sir.
Yes. Well done. Yes. What I would disagree with what you people are saying today.
Okay.
If you are dating someone, why do you have to tell people that you are still free? You are not free. You are dating to get married. The message you are sending to other people is that, I'm still available. So what do you want the other guy to be feeling like? I'm dating you, then you are trying to date someone else. So I don't think it's a good thing. If you are dating, maybe you want to date for 6 months or 1 year. After that, if nothing happens, then you can move on. But taking 2 people on the way, I don't think it's right.
No, but sir, you would have blocked other people now. It's not easy to just move on when you have been tagged Mr. James' belongings. Moving on to Mr. Peter will be more difficult.
For example, let's say, both of them, you go into the other room, 2 of them, something happens in between. Who has the baby?
No, we are not talking sexual.
No, not just dating.
Outside marriage, sex here. We are talking
just dating.
We'll break it down. Realistic, based on everybody's experiences. If you're dating somebody, you're getting to know the person. I can be talking to you, BC meets me again and toasts me. As for my number, I will not tell her I don't have number. Me that I'm a Muslim girl, I'll give her. Miriam sees me, I will give her. All of you, throw your fish in the net. I've not decided.
That's what I think dating is when you're single.
That's what it is. So when you have decided that, this is the person, and I mean decided though, so it means that Mr. Zibri has seen my people. That's when you have decided. That's when you become, instead of just because you think this is the husband material, you have given him number, you now stay there. This one did not have number, this one did not have number. If grace does not bring you to your husband, you might miss your husband. Grace is what will finally bring you back there. When you're dating, leave that sex part because that's what complicates things.
Should we leave it?
Leave it first.
Or should we face the fact? No, should we face the fact that in Nigerian dating, that is a major part of it?
And I want to complicate the things with that.
Yeah, that's what they say.
If you leave it outside, you go see where.
So that's why people, even people that go for dating, coaching or or training like that, they would always say to you, in the first, people that do this professionally will say, in the first 3 months,
don't
take the sex out of it so that you can get to know the person. Because whether we like it or not, that thing clouds
blurs
your
you.
judgment.
Yeah.
There's some things that you would take because you're involved in, you know, intimacy. There's some things that you see clearer because intimacy is not a distraction for you. So if we were to put that aside, if we put that aside now, and a person is out dating, even you would not say, why is she collecting other people's number? Because that is not involved. You're afraid that, oh, it's because she may be intimate with everyone else. And that's the distraction that we don't need. But if a person is not intimate with everyone else, you would want for her to get to know each and every person, you know, until she makes that final decision to get married.
Let me quickly take this call and I'll come to Nima. We have Melvis from Surulere. Good morning, Melvis.
Good morning, first time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning, Alex. It is beautiful. Nima is beautiful.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have a lot of fans.
Yeah, this is my this is my own contribution. It doesn't really matter how long a guy dates a lady. It depends on the commitment they have. And as a woman, there's some certain things you know you won't be able to continue. You shouldn't even start it. Like visiting your boyfriend's parents, you know you will not talk like that. Don't even start it. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Thank you so much, Melvis.
I wanted to give an example. When we're much younger, you know, these things sort of confuses a young girl.
Yeah.
So we had this younger sister. She got married before most of us, and she had sex, and that was all. And she just committed her life. We saw the abuse before the marriage. She insisted, took my virginity. I don't know how I'm going to do life without him.
Wow.
She spent 9 years in that marriage. Abuse day one until the day she breathed fresh air was the day the divorce was final.
Wow.
So it's not something. If you remove it, it's even important when we in the context of dating. When we talk about dating, remove that one on one side. So when you're dating, you're free. My auntie then, this one I mentioned that she's going to kill me today. She would give me my tea first. She'll say go out. She had, you know, she said go out with him, go and see, you know. Go for a movie, watch his excesses, watch the way he eats, the things that you don't like. You get back home, we chat about it. So I'll be like, oh, this one, I think I can stand this one better than this one. I say, okay, maybe then you're getting serious. And you had the options before you settle for anybody. Yeah, you must. So you're meeting people. Why are you in school? Why you're in school? Why are you blocking anybody? Have you seen all the old world?
There is one part of this thing that I also feel like should be factored. If you know how when there's a relationship and then there is posting from both boy and girl and everyone knows that these people are together and then there happens to be a breakup. I feel like the reason why most girls might not even want to post is because when there is a breakup, the girl suffers it more. So it's more like it's easier, like you said, it was easier for the man to just pick somebody because they've made it look like men do the picking and then women do the waiting. So now when a woman says she wants to do the picking, it looks like a problem. But I just feel like you're not going to sit down there and wait for somebody to come out. I'm not going to just accept whatever I get. I need to also check and
your options.
Yes, I should weigh my options. That doesn't mean that you're sleeping with all of these people.
That's what I want us to drum into people's heads. So because I know the way the dating scene goes, everybody just assumes you are just knocking around the table. But let me take this call. We'll come back to that. We have Inale from Ikeja. Good morning, Inale.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, beautiful lady. I think this is my first time.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, about this relationship thing. Actually, I'm not married, but I've got to a stage in life where I now realize this whole relationship thing is a mistake.
A mistake?
A stage.
Yes,
Stage.
yeah, in stages.
Okay, stages, okay.
You know, it regenerates from one stage to another. And it is very important each stage is defined and redefined. Now, what I mean is, you know, this whole issue about people flagging themselves, flagging their relationship, I think it's always common with women, with ladies. And we need to be educated on that aspect, because most of the time it bounces back to them. The whole thing is this. Relationship. If
oh, sorry, we lost that. But let's go on a short break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy eSplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Welcome back. So I would like us to talk to ourselves and ask questions. What are really the expectations when you, as a single person, visit maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend at a family house? When you go and pay a visit, what are some of those things that it's expected that you do, whether you're thinking the thing will lead to marriage or not, as a human being that is well trained. When you wake up in the morning, what are the expectations? Who's ready to go?
So first of all, they should not catch you going to go and sleep in somebody's house if it's just your boyfriend, because that's not
Fiancé.
how you raised you. That's what.
Okay,
let's put that
she's
aside.
joking now. Let's have
No,
finish.
but it's serious.
Yeah.
Let's put that aside.
Fiancé now.
But I know for me is that, what would I do in my own house? How was I raised?
Mhm.
If it was not a man's house that I even that I go to, or if it's my own friend, a girlfriend that I go to, there's just something that's just basic. As the child in a house, you would get up and you would clean your environment. You would, you would be respectful. In my house, when you see an adult carrying something, as the younger one, you take it from the person. If an adult is trying to sweep or clean somewhere and you're in the vicinity, you would clean, and has nothing to do with, whether this is a boyfriend relationship or not. It's just how you would behave to show that you've been brought up properly.
Properly, well trained.
You would greet properly. You would wake up in our house, we wake up early. You would wake up early. But you are not doing this with the expectation that now they're looking at me as wife material. You're doing it because that's how you're raised. That is how you carry yourself. So what I see with that is, you do your part and you leave. What would happen, the conversation that may happen is, the person's parents would say, that girl is a well-brought-up person.
Or she's lazy.
That's someone you should consider. But that is not to say, this is why you should be married or not married. Or I'm doing this so that they will consider me for married. Then that you're not being truthful to yourself. And you will do that and leave without feeling any form of being shortchanged or, feeling like... if the relationship does not work out, you're not feeling that you did something you're not meant to do. Because it's what you would do.
Like you put in the work and then it didn't work.
Can we do too much? Yes, we can do too much. We can do too much where you take they're using you as you're washing clothes from. I see some people, they go, I'm going to my boyfriend's house today. The mother called me because I have to go and wash clothes. Why? It does not make sense. You go and wash clothes. They're doing a party in their house, and then I see people carrying things up and down. You can go and visit the party. You can attend the party and do what you can during the party, but you are not the person.
Not doing it because...
So we can do too much, and I think that's where we need to draw the line.
Yeah, let me take this call. I'll come to you, Nima. We have a caller from Ali Mosho. Good morning. Timmy, good morning. Timmy, good morning. Okay, so who's ready?
So, you see, as a young girl, I would come to my girlfriend's party and I cannot sit down.
Naturally.
I go serve food. If the plates are dirty, she's running out of dishes, we'll wash the... If I had a cook jollof, we return the pots. If I visit the guy I'm dating, I will sit down, cross my leg, and mind my business.
If you sleep over...
I never
When
sleep
you sleep
over.
over.
That one was
No,
a dream.
if see, now let's be
dream.
realistic. Now, people are acting as if all of us
That
are
was a
saints on
dream.
this
It
table.
never came to pass.
You did not
So,
date. We
I'm just
understand.
saying that-
But people who date and they have fiancé, that they
you
go
know how
and
I'm
visit
putting
for
it?
you to meet the parents. We watch Oyibo
why
movies
I'm
now.
putting-
It even happens there.
You see, if you sleep over, the example Miriam gave,
When you
have
wake
to
up.
show it how you were raised. So, in my own background, we were forbidden. Don't sleep over. No need
that's
to
your
test
own
anything.
background. Okay. Yeah.
Then, when you sleep over in some houses, they will now tell you you sleep in the guy's room. No. If you visited us, my uncle's house, when my uncles were dating, and you were dating my uncle, you visited us, you will sleep with the girls. So, there are just ways and people's exposure, the way people were raised. My aunties used to draw meat emphatically. Don't even make the mistake. Imagine my auntie was engaged and she first Ileya she attended. When she was going, they were already engaged. Introduction had been done. And she was like, Ileya is coming, so you'll be visiting his family for Ileya. You know what she did? 2 caterers, Olopo, for her own duties. It was the first time they had seen that in that family. Everything she needed to do, Yadagwaya, wash tomatoes. Have you blended? Everything. So she set the new tone for how the women in the family were
treated.
The subsequently, everybody came with their locals. Nobody they suffer again. So sometimes, I'm telling you, these are real life stories. Do some things that, your respect, that you go buy them.
Yeah.
You come in and you want to prove. You see that thing you talk about, we need to set it up. You want to show that you were properly raised, but you just set the tone for how you be treated.
Yeah.
Some families don't know the line.
Yeah.
The next thing say, maybe that time when she never married us finished. She used to
watch.
So when you now come and say, these things are too stressful, I wanted a private family when I got married, my in-laws didn't understand. I don't want a crowd. I don't want all the people, all the women will not play. Yeah, well, I hated it. I just wanted to be, can we get caterers, cook the food, everybody eat, nobody's testing anybody. Imagine one asked me, can you, they are pounding yam. I say, if I drop out, don't give me. I will not eat it because I just didn't want to be stressed. And they made it seem like we were abnormal.
Yeah.
But we are still in the marriage.
Let me take this call from Timmy. Timmy is back from Alimosho. Good morning, Timmy.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, you're live.
I met my wife within the space of 6 months. We dated and got married. Got engaged in Nigeria.
Wow, that was...
And our marriage is over 6 years now.
Wow,
and
congratulations.
I she's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Very respectful.
I need tissue.
I have to say, they are looking for a God-fearing man. There is nobody on this planet Earth that doesn't fear God. Even the other. Look for a man that has conscience.
My brother.
A man with a conscience.
Man that has conscience. That's the problem we are facing in this country. Our leaders lack conscience.
Yeah, I've got to.
Look, when you see a man that has conscience, that is to raise conversations that will make you respect to know if this man has conscience or not. As for Alex, he's my wife's favorite. Very respectful. Alex, you know, I see her comments online on Instagram, and I'm like, this girl is celebrity. Very respectful. Yeah. She doesn't feel like, you know. God bless you, Alex.
Thank you so much, Timmy. So please don't cry on the show. Thank you. So let me come to you now. Expectations as a well-trained girl.
I just remembered having one heated argument with a friend of mine. He's a guy, and I know he's watching this right now. I'm sure he'd be like, she had to take it to that show. So I read something online. One boy was saying, oh, his girlfriend came to the house, his mother was sweeping, and she just sat down there, yada, yada. And I said, don't just put it out like that.
Contact.
Let us say that this is her first time visiting. You would have told your mom that your girlfriend is coming. Then you bring me to your house to meet your mother, and it's when I'm sitting down that your mother knows that she wants to sweep.
She doesn't like you.
Why did you not sweep before? So you now want me to stand up and say, Mommy, give me the broom. He said, yes, and that's what you have to do. She will be respectful. I said, no problem. When I finish sweeping, she will go and carry speaker. I will still help her arrange the speaker. Next thing he told me to house girl. And I asked him, come, I bring you to my house to meet my parents for the first time. You're properly dressed. My father is washing car outside. You go and meet him and collect the rag. Say, Daddy, let me wash the car for you. Because I wouldn't even allow that. I would ask my dad, is this the, why of all
washing the
why
car
is it
now
that you're washing the car? Some people just feel like, oh, when a woman is sweeping, the best thing for you to do is at what point is she sweeping? When is she, what is happening? Are you in the mood? People need to check all of that, because I'm not about to be anybody's house girl in any family. And then they say, oh, you're forming work. And we're being, that's the deeper.
It's not forming work.
He said, oh, all you modern women. And I'm like, because you people's idea of a traditional woman, to me, is a slave. Somebody that would take anything and just be working for you. That is how you guys see traditional woman now. No, I just feel like a modern woman, if you want to put it, is more aware, and she's not going to be taken for granted or do.
I like that. Let me take this call, please. Daphne from Abuja. Good morning, Daphne.
Good morning, Dixie. Good morning.
Good morning.
First-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Maria. Good morning to Antonima. Good morning. Love you all guys. Now, I want to say something. I want to give my personal experience.
Go ahead.
Early 2000 of the relationship, I was actually doing a show with the guy. But Auntie I didn't get married to that guy. I wasted 8 years of my life with that guy. But I now noticed after that relationship, because I'm somebody who believes in long-term relationship, but unfortunately, as God will have it, because His plan is not our plan. I entered another relationship. It was everywhere. Everybody knew I was in that relationship. Everybody was out there. That relationship didn't last. But the man I got married to, I dated him for just 5 months. I did not even show my engagement ring out. I'm from that I did not show my wedding ring out. And he kept asking, you this was the girl, why would you show up? I said, no. Let me not show up. But all the one I've been showing up, nothing
it did not work.
Photo are show everywhere. Nothing happened. So this one, let me keep it to myself. I kept it to myself. On my 2 weeks to my wedding, they announced it in the church, and everybody
was shocked.
And I am married today, and I'm happy. No, I am very, very happy. Very, very happy.
Oh, Daphne, I'm happy for you, Daphne. I think you should just take it that the one you did for how many years was training ground for the one that you come and enjoy. And they tell you, car washing.
May God not let you do house girl with wife. So you think you're the wife to be. You have done everything. He knows
you're car washing.
You finish you up. So there's this importance in young girls. Whether they call you names, the wokabi or whatever, have some dignity in yourself.
Yeah.
You're not desperate to marry. If marriage, for me, like marriage is ordained by God, we must marry. We can't even be celibate as Muslims. But have a little bit of respect for yourself. There are certain things that when you are doing it, just shame small, look back and see and sense whether they are appreciative of what you're doing. If you know that a situation is going to be like a testing ground for you, don't show up. If
How will you know?
No.
How will you know? Let me give you this story quickly, please.
The sleepover is what I wanted to say.
I want to talk about the sleepover.
That sleepover is a testing ground. Don't go there.
So it doesn't work like that for everybody. So I'm here now. I still have my own experiences. Some people on YouTube are already reminding me that I said I pounded my way into my in-laws' house. But that's because I love to cook. I pounded yam, yes. That's because I love to cook, and I cooked for every of my friend in the university with no strings attached. So I could have pounded for you if we had met in the university. Nothing attached to it. But I remember when we were cutting. I think I was 7 in Maiduguri, in Makurdi at the time, and my husband came, my boyfriend at the time, came to Asaba to come visit. So I had to come, he came to visit me in Benue. Then we came down to Asaba to see my dad. And we slept over in the house, my dad's house. And he woke up that morning and he went and washed the car. The way he washed that car, my father had a white, I've forgotten the name of the car now. The way he was, my younger brothers were like, why is he washing the car as if they want to sell the car? But because I know him, that's how he is. He knows how to take care of other people's things. And he was not doing it for them to like him. If he comes to your house today and he sees your husband doing something, he will join him. So he's a man that did that. Why can't we expect it from... If you sometimes we say don't sleep over, sometimes you will sleep over. That's the reality.
When you're traveling, you're stranded.
It's not about traveling and stranded. People's relationship styles are different, and we must respect that.
I just remembered a relationship that I had like years back, and this guy, I'm an Igbo girl, right? And Igbo and Yoruba, our ways are different. And I can remember the problems that we had before I said, I cannot do this again. My grandma came to my house and she was trying to climb the staircase. Normally, grandma takes time to climb the stairs. And she was like, I should pass. I just ran and crossed, went up, was waiting for her to come up. And the guy just later, he took it like, that was so disrespectful. Your grandma? I was supposed to wait for her to go all the way. I'm like, what kind of punishment is that? I wasn't raised like that. And then my mom is talking to me and I'm arguing like, Mommy, no, I don't agree. And he's pinching me. I should shut up. My mommy lets me express
culture
myself.
Differences.
And then I now realized that with his family, when they're having meetings, he can't really express like that. But they let me express because they know that is how I was brought up. So when the father is talking and he's like, oh, does anybody have anything to say? And everybody shuts up. I will just be like,
raise up your hand.
I have something to say. And he lets me talk. When he shouldn't do that, it's like, it's weird. So, and then he goes, oh, I don't like to cook. I'm not cooking for everybody. His mom doesn't even want me to cook. Yoruba people, they do all this. Good afternoon, man. At some point, the one is like, stop, it's okay. That's not how she was raised. But he feels like I'm being disrespectful. And then again, he's like, oh, there's a problem because it looks like my family is taking your side, which is going to be a problem for us. And I was like, if you have a problem with the way your family loves me, then every single thing is a competition to you.
Wow.
I cannot do it.
Wow.
So cultural differences is a real thing.
It is, actually.
It is, and that's why sometimes when we hear people say, mature people should get married, because then that person will put that into consideration and say, okay, I see she comes from a different background. And then you find a middle ground somewhere. And the person also understands that it will take time to get to that place where, you have a middle ground. But I find that many people, most especially young men, they're coming into themselves. That ego is still very much a part of them, and they want to put their stamp on you and show that they are the man and dominant, and you find them clashing a lot. But after a while, when they've grown older, they just seem to soften because now maturity has kicked in. They understand that, okay, we are different, but there are some things that I can let go and some things she can let go, and we can adjust. And if he had that maturity, I probably, both of you, that is something that could have been worked out. It's not, like the end of the world.
Let's take a short break. When we come back, we round up on this conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for...
Welcome back. Let's take a few messages.
Okay, he says, Bisu Ubo is right. People should be themselves. All this, don't do this, don't do that. Cross your leg is addressing me. No follow. No follow. Yes, don't overdo. Eye service is a no-no. But lifting the finger doesn't mean you're giving off slave signals. Agbolu Ajay says, a relationship that will last for years won't break. Both genders need to first have the right attitude before marriage. Dating for years doesn't mean there won't be a broken home when they don't have a good attitude. Attitude is everything. Andrew says, build a house of laughter. This one I buy. The best kind of house to live in. I come from a house of laughter and inspiring. Don't marry a man like Adolf Hitler or Putin or Abacha. Not a controlling freak.
I just also wanted to add
just a few.
just wanted to add that this testing that people do, the in-laws or prospective or to be in-laws also need to understand that the person visiting to his would judge you as well. Are you welcoming? Are you hospitable? So all these ones that it's when the person comes out that you now drag the mortar and pestle you've never used, you haven't used in 5 years to tell the person. The person will also use that to judge you.
All right, let's move on now to another topic. So according to a Twitter handle, there's a question that was raised. Is it worth it to keep an ex-lover around? You are now in a new relationship or you are married to another person, but there are still some exes hanging around as friends, hook up here, hook up there. Is it worth it?
Did you say hook up?
Yeah, some people still hook up with their exes.
No, you have now. No, there's a difference.
What's hanging around? Is it worth it to keep them hovering around?
What will be hook up?
As in just for lunch or something?
No,
or business?
Okay, because hook up means different.
Oh, that's other one. No, I'm born again today, so please.
No, well, when you say that they're in the vicinity, maybe I still have their numbers, or maybe they used to help me do something in particular. Every time I need to pick up my laundry, do I still have that ex number that can help me pick up my laundry, even though I'm in a new relationship? That's, I feel, let the exes go. Don't allow them to be a distraction. But there are some exes that are there because your relationship has transcended that relationship, that boyfriend, girlfriend. You've almost become family. There's some people that you have dated, you have forgotten that you have even dated them because they are so best friends with your father or your mom or one of your cousins. You had forgotten that you dated them. That relationship has sort of transcended.
If they were that good, why did you leave?
Yeah, because it does not mean, what are we saying? There's so many good people. There's so many good people that you didn't marry, but it did not stop them, it did not stop you from being happy and meeting the one that is for you or the one that works well for you. But if, in that case, let them go. But I find some people have this thing, especially girls. I guess we talk to girls and you hear them, something went, and then I called my ex. I'm like, why is an ex an option? Why is it even a thing in your space? Like, there's a relationship called an ex relationship. For me, it's done. There's no ex. It's just, I'm no one's ex. We've moved on. The person is not my ex. I'm not your ex. We moved on. He says, so I went to this place, and then when I was going, and then my ex now said, like, so now you have kept this ex to be an ex relationship. It does not make sense. In that case, please let that go. But if it's someone that just become something other than your ex, that's just become a part of, or someone who eventually maybe it's a boss or a colleague, somehow that person is in your life, not based on the fact that you used to date, but just because now the relationship has moved on to something much more. That it does not even cause a threat to the new relationship. Even your current relationship understands it.
That's one. This thing called emotions for women, for some women, it's a very, very something area. So deeply how you feel about a person. Maybe you didn't really deal with it totally. Maybe that person dealt with it. That person just thought it wasn't worth continuing with. But then you think it's okay to have that person around you for whatever reason while you're in a relationship or in a marriage. Don't think that should be sustained.
That should be allowed.
Especially when you know how you feel. So you don't want to make that person's continuous relationship with you a standard for checking on the excesses or shortcomings of the person
your current partner
with right now. For instance, you're already married and then maybe your husband would never help with the dishes. And this person that maybe because you're so in love with him, you still have some images, be thinking, if it was him, he still does dishes. Some women...
Those comparisons keep coming.
Yes, they keep coming. If you know you are mature enough, you can deal with it. You can continue whatever working, friendship, whatever that you have.
What about the other comparison on that shit?
God forbid, I don't know nothing.
Alex, let me hear your thoughts. Should we keep hanging with our exes?
I think all the people that I have had any sort of relationship, whatever, with, we're still friends. I'm a very nice person. If I do say so myself. Yes. And God has probably blessed me with nice people. There are people that you've been in a relationship with, but you just know that this thing is not going anywhere. Either both of us are not ready and we're not going to be ready anytime soon. Let us just call it off and we agree. We're not fighting. There's some people that all their relationships ended with breaking of bottles and all of that. So they can't even imagine themselves in the same space with that ex. And if your current partner knows that that is the kind of person you are with your exes, if there's anyone that is still around, then that means there is something different about this one. But if you know me as someone that does not have problems with people that I've known in the past, I've had even people that I've fought with. After a year, I just see a like, you don't have sense that year. Me too, I don't have sense. I'm like, okay, I don't have any. There's really, because we could meet somewhere where we're working together. Are you going to tell me not to speak to him because we had something together in the past? No. So it's okay to have them as friends. That is how I feel. But if you feel and you know deep down that you are not over this relationship, you are doing yourself a lot of harm, keeping them, or you know that they are not over the relationship, and then you're keeping them around, then that is a problem. But at the point where you know that both of you have passed it, no, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't used to remember where the numbers are, because as the relationship is ending, the lines are disappearing.
No, relationships never end in a bad way.
No, it's not like it ended badly, but I just know how to move on and move. And I don't know how to look back when I move.
But when you see yourself,
so I can't even think of anybody now and get your number on my phone. So is that a problem, or should I go back and start tracing them?
If you meet them somewhere, you guys can be cordial. And if you guys meet in a place, say, "Oh, I'm working on this project. I think you should come on board." That is okay.
But I am nobody's ex. I want to put it out there. I am nobody's ex.
So me, I particularly appreciate the person who asked me out for longest. I think 4 years, and I kept saying no.
Wow.
And when I said to him that there's no problem, we'll be friends, he said, "Forbid me being your friend." Then I took him seriously, because I just thought this is not really hard like that. I just said no. But the reaction forever, that woke me up. And I appreciate it forever. Because for him, maybe there's something much more than I thought. I was just playing. I was still much younger. I didn't think I'd finished school. I wasn't ready for anything. But he took it so strong. And if somebody is able to tell you like that, make you get sense. So you don't have, you know yourself. But the person has his own emotions and the way he's handling it.
So we're going to be talking about Alex right now. And what has been happening to you, Alex?
I would say
since BBN.
Transitioning from stage to stage and mastering my talents and my gifts. That is all I have. And then most of all, impacting lives in all I do.
So I know about the Unusual Fest. What's that about? Can you tell us?
Unusual Fest is an anti-bullying family fun fest. So I've understood that if you call a parent or a child and you keep them in a place and you say, let us talk about bullying, we can never finish that conversation. And sometimes it gets boring. So I decided to put together an event where we have more fun and we still address this issue that is not really addressed the way it should be, because I feel like in Nigeria, for other things, there's a place where you go to. If child abuse, we have offices that you go to for that. Human trafficking, there are bodies that are set for that. But when it comes to bullying, it's just generalized and it's been accepted because of how big it is. It's just been accepted. So I'm like, I think we should talk about there is bullying everywhere. Offices, families, in your house, your parents, and all of that. So I decided to put an event together where everybody will just come and sit down, listen to facilitators, and have lots of fun at it. So there is, and you guys are invited. Everybody's invited, actually. I made it very, very, very affordable. And they have to pay, because Nigerians, when you give them something for free,
they don't value.
They will register. That morning they wake up and they say, after you've taken up space that somebody else is taking. So I'm like, commit something. So I know that you're coming there. But then there's basket making, sip and paint, scented candle making. There are dance classes, because everybody has been like, oh, Alex, you don't want to have dance classes. I'm like, well, I'm not only a dancer, I do a lot of other things. But now there are dance classes, and there are different workshops from people like Frank Edo, Ebuka, Kate Henshaw, Bisola, the Englishman of Nigeria, Middle Chase Properties.
So I'm curious to know why anti-bullying. Is there a personal story to this? And in what way does the Fun Fest address bullying?
So there's a personal story to almost every single thing that I do. For me, Alex Unusual, I've gone through all the stages of bullying. I've been a bully, I've been bullied, I've watched people be bullied. And I think I went from being bullied to being a bully in defense, and then understanding that that's not what I should be, and then getting to that point where I defend people that cannot speak for themselves. And if people are truthful and they remember vividly, most of the times that I had issues on the show that they watched was because I was fighting another person's battle. It's like I buy cases. I really don't have problems with people, but when I see you do something to somebody that is wrong, I would always speak up. So that is the reason why I just felt like some children need to, I don't know, when you say, oh, my child is a child, the child is a bully, I don't really even blame the child and all of that. So how we're addressing this, some of the topics that we're discussing, there is raising an independent child. That's going to be taken by Timi Dakolo. And that's because children you can't always be there to fight for them.
Yes.
So they need to understand when they need to stand up for themselves, when they need to do this for themselves, and when daddy needs to then there is good for you and not for me. And that is how people just stay, and then they bow to all the societal pressure, or this person is doing this, and then you leave what you're supposed to do and you go to do that. There is the bully, the bullied, and the bystander. That's Frank.
The
trial. Is there one for the parents whose child is bullying? So recently, my son got into a fight and injured his friend, and he ran home. And he decided not to tell me anything. I saw that he was just quiet, very unusual of him to be on his own. So I started asking, did anything happen at your friend's today? And I found out that somebody was actually injured, and he felt very bad about it. So I took him, I said, there will be consequence when you fight your friend and injure him, so go to the parents. And I saw that my friends were very offended by what he had done, but because of the relationship, nobody said anything. I was upset. I said, address him, make him feel this should never happen again. And so when I saw the conversation happening, and the way he was, when we were going back home, I said, Mommy, why did you let them do that to me? I said, why did you do their child? So if somebody had done the same to you, I won't let it slide. That child would know the difference. So I think you deserved what you got. And we got past it. I think your parents should normalize it.
There is one of the topics there, the power of an apologetic parent. And that has been taken by Bisola. And I feel like an apologetic parent raises an apologetic child. But you should know when to apologize. So if you were not one to know that I have done something wrong and I need to say sorry, you wouldn't have taken your child to that place to apologize. And then one of the reasons why I even put that topic is because some parents would say, oh, I'll take you to swim next week. And then for some reason you get very busy and you miss it. You feel like it's your right as a parent to miss that. And you don't tender an apology. So when they do something wrong to you, they actually would not come to. So there are workshops for children from age 5 to, there are different classes. Everything is going on at the same time, and it's 2 days. It's on the 10th and 11th of September. The workshop for children is from age 5 to 12. Then there is young adults from 19 and above. And then there is one for parents. So we have combined classes, we have different classes. There's a website for it. www.unusualfest.com.
Thank you so much, Alex. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. I wish we had more time to talk about other things you do. I know you are into acting and all that, but people always see you on social media. They go to your page.
Making.
Yeah, congratulations, darling. Thank you so much. So from time to time, you likely come and gist with us, like on a day like this. Thank you, ladies, for such a beautiful show. And that's all we can take for today. You join us again tomorrow. Bye-bye now.